I am 62 years old and I decided to start a YouTube channel. So hanging out with Popsy Guy today means I'm going to give you a bit of an idea of how it's been. It's been less than a month. I'm also going to give you a little bit of insight into why I did it, my journey, and if you're thinking of starting a YouTube channel at this ripe old age of 62, have heart. There are people out there much older than us who have decided to start a channel, journal their lives, share their experience, and even help you solve some problems that you think you're dealing with alone, but you're not. One channel I recommend is old Mike's channel. Mike is an 80-year-old gentleman. I think he lives out on the West Coast someplace. But when you get a chance to watch Mike's channel, a couple of things are going to happen. One is you're just going to fall in love with this man. He's got a great perspective on life, having lived it as long as he has. But I think the other thing, he's got such a soothing voice. And he just looks so like the type of guy you just want to hang out with. So he was one of my inspirations to do it. There are a couple of others. I waited for probably a year before I decided to do it. I'm a YouTube consumer. I love listening to people who are my age, and some of the things that they're dealing with just helps me and my wife, frankly, understand we're not alone in this. So, quick backdrop, quick backstory. First of all, God has blessed us with the opportunity to be here, which is a beach in Pensacola. This is Johnson Beach. This is a beautiful area. It's just beautiful. Not a lot of people even know it's here. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't know it was here. We've lived in this area just going on a little over 2 years. And we didn't plan on moving here. We didn't say, hey, let's go to Pensacola because that's where the action is. Quite the opposite. The reason we came here is because we didn't think a lot of people knew about it from where we were moving from, which was up in New England. And if you've watched any of my other videos, you know I'm a contrarian. I go where they're not. And we found this place and we absolutely love it. So God has blessed us. I've got the opportunity right now to walk barefoot in the water, where a week ago today there was 6 inches of snow on the ground, believe it or not. So why did I decide? Let's go back to the core subject here. Why did I decide to start a YouTube channel at age 62? And this is coming from somebody who hates to see himself in a Zoom call. I don't know if you've ever been in a Zoom call, but the best feature I found on that platform, that software, was the feature so you hide yourself. And that's what I did. I just did not like looking at myself on camera. Everybody else looked better than me. It was a distraction. So here I am talking to a camera, seeing myself. But having moved here, we love it. We love living here. As I said, I watch enough YouTube videos of people who are younger and older than me starting channels. And I'm like, well, what do they have to talk about? I have nothing to talk about. Nobody cares about my life. But the more I watched, the more I realized, if nothing else, this is a great opportunity for me to leave a legacy. I know I was watching one YouTuber who said, wouldn't it have been great if you had a video journal of your grandparents when they were younger than you remember them? And I thought, that is awesome. Because I never met one of the grandfather on my father's side. And the memories I have of my grandfather on my mom's side is he's just an older man. And you know what? He was probably in his 60s. So here I am. I'm the older man. But I've got a lot of wisdom that I've accumulated over the years as a parent, as a husband, as a business owner. And I want to get it out, right? I don't want to be one of these people that all of a sudden realizes you can't even remember where you put the keys, let alone what you did 20, 30 years ago. That's one of the reasons. The other reason is it's a lot of fun. I actually enjoy doing this. I consider myself what's called a one-take wonder. I'm not into editing. I might learn editing. Don't forget, it's been less than a month that I've been doing this. But I see a lot of channels that are what they call high production, highly produced. A lot of graphics going back and forth and scene changes and all kinds of things going on. And I know this is going to sound like an old man problem, but that's too much for me. That's too distracting. If I'm tuning in, I want to tune in to hear what the person who made me click that thumbnail, I want to hear what they have to say. And does the thumbnail and the title match up with what they're saying? I'm trying my hardest to do that. I don't want to do what's called clickbait. There's all kinds of tutorials on YouTubers that can, figure out what's trending and what people are clicking on. I don't know. I don't want to waste your time. If I put up a video just so I can get the clicks and that's it, it's a waste of your time, and I don't want to do that. So being a YouTuber was not something that I had on my 2020s bingo card. I didn't see it coming. I'll tell you the stats right now. I think I posted my first video on January 7th, and it was just coming off my 72-hour fast. And I thought, what the heck? I'll just blab about that because I don't know a lot of people that do 72-hour fasts. In the video, if you ever watch it, I don't recommend it. I don't discourage it. If you can do it, great. If not, start with a 24-hour. Start with a 12. Start with something because you will feel better after doing it. There's so much good research. I know in that video I put a couple of links to doctors that I've watched, Dr. Berg and Jeep, I think his name is, and the other guy. And they do an outstanding job of really telling you what the medical reasons and what's happening in your body that makes fasting such a great thing. So that was my first video. I got 6 views, and that was it. The sum total of what's happening in my channel right now, 98 views, 11 videos, not including this one, 2 subscribers, one of which is my wife, 1 comment, and the comment was on my most popular video, which is why all the hate on Sarasota Tim. The person said, hey, you obviously don't watch him because he's not. He just had a birthday. And I said, yeah, you're right. I blew it. I know his birthday is at the end of December. I cut that video at sometime in the first or second week of January. It just slipped by me. But I'm okay with that because that's a comment. That means somebody watched, and it's good for the algorithm because there's a little bit of engagement. But then the crickets came. Ain't nothing going on. But I'll tell you what, I'm not quitting. I am not quitting. I know that it's going to take some time. If I can earn a little bit of money to supplement Social Security and some part-time work, all the better. Not looking to quit my 9-to-5, which I don't have, to make $100,000. That's not the plan. Plan is $1,500 a month. I'd love that. That would be awesome. Well, only God knows if that's going to happen because he's in control. I am not. I just get to walk these beaches and talk to you. So if you're interested and over the age of 60, and you see all these people posting on why it's good to start a YouTube channel after 40 or after 50, give in to your curiosity. Check out those stations, those channels, learn what they have to say, and do what I did. Pick up the camera, push record, get over yourself, and I'm talking about me, looking at the turkey neck and the double chin, and oh my God, are your eyes crossed like that all the time? Oh! Once you get past that, and then you realize that you've got something to say that people might be interested in, keep at it, because that's my plan. I don't know where it's going to lead. I don't know if it's going to lead to anywhere, but my strategy, and it's something I learned from folks who say this is what you need to do to be successful on YouTube, is to have a strategy, which my strategy is 3 videos a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. They might not drop on the exact day that I video them. Find something that you think an over 60 crowd would be interested in, and that's where I'm really struggling right now. I know I have a really strong financial advisory background, but I don't want to sound like the rest of the people out there. Matter of fact, my goal is to sound the opposite of the rest of the advisors out there, because I've told you this before, if you watched anything I've created, they're out to take your money from you. more often than not, financial advisor is a salesperson. There are some awesome advisors who are interested in you and protecting your money. And then there are some that aren't so. And I want you to be aware of that. I want you to be aware that somebody could take your money and leave you with nothing. And that's not a good place to be. You've worked really hard for whatever you have. And it doesn't matter to me if you've got 10,000, 100,000, or 10 million. The zeros, it's all, just another zero. It's the ability to trust somebody to do something that you probably don't have the skills to do, which is to manage your portfolio. So I do plan to talk more about portfolio management. Again, some contrarian ideas. I'll give you an example. Really not a big fan, as I mentioned in the previous video, of the Magnificent Seven, which are those technology stocks that I listed that are really driving all the earnings in the quote-unquote stock market, which is really represented by the S&P. People are way overweighted in those, and they don't even know why they own them. So if you're over 60, you've got a portfolio, my advice is sit down with your advisor, check it out. Ask them straight up, why do I own these things? I'm going to do a whole video pretty soon on dividend-paying stocks, investments that earn you money. They actually, as I said earlier, Warren Buffett, he buys investments that pay him to own them. Anyway, I don't want to go into that. I'll do that later. I just want to share with you where I am in my YouTube video. This will be video number 12. It may or may not get any views. I'm still trying to figure out thumbnails. Again, kind of being a contrarian, most of the thumbnail advice is, make some face. And then put that on there and ask a question like, do you know if your financial advisor is stealing your money? I don't know. It may work. I just haven't tried it. I've actually used ChatGPT to design a few thumbnails because I can't draw. I said this before, I can't even draw a snowman. And it's kind of cool, but I don't know if it's working. You tell me. So titles are the other thing. I'm pretty good at thinking up titles. One of the things that I've noticed about this journey is that I will lay in bed at night thinking up stuff. Titles, content. I'm not losing sleep over it by any means. I'm just like excited. And they say, make sure you write it all down. And of course, I think because I'm me, I'll remember it. Does that ever happen to you? You wake up in the morning and say, whoa, what was that I was thinking about? It is so far to reach you can't even remember. That's where I'm at. So you'll see some really weird thumbnails. I'm testing them all. I don't know what works, what doesn't work. The gurus say, use all this software. It's called, one of them is Canva. I'm trying to use that. It's a graphic design. I don't have the brain for that. I really don't. I know what I want. I know what the outcome should be, but now I don't know what buttons to push. And I watch tutorials. Some of these guys are like, okay, then you move over here and you click this. And I'm like, slow down. I don't even know where you were, let alone move over and click here. But I'll figure it out. I know I will, because I want to. And editing might be something I do. Right now, I'm just going on the fact that if I'm in a nice place and it's pleasing to watch and whatever I have to say makes sense at some level, I'm not going to try to edit it and say, oh, this will sound good over here, and I should put this over here, and maybe drop this B-roll in here. I don't even know what that is, but I'll figure it out. So that's the YouTube journey. I'm going to continue to do it. I'm not going to quit. There's no reason to. It doesn't cost me anything. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm recording this on an iPhone 10. I bought a mic on Amazon for 20 bucks. I went to Walmart and bought this tripod / selfie stick. for like $20. So what's that? I'm into it for 50 bucks maybe. I'm not gonna spend any more of that. I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to do it. I just I am who I am. And if you watch because you want to see all the edits and all the funky B-rolls and all that good stuff, I might be disappointing you. But who knows? Maybe down the road, I'll figure all that stuff out. I'll become more highly produced, and I'll get all kinds of AdSense money coming in, and sponsors will be emailing me saying, we want Popsy Guy to sponsor this, and I'll remember the little people to get me to the journey like you. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, and I don't really want it to happen. I just want to continue to put out things that are important, that make sense, to get you thinking, and most of all, to protect yourself. Because if you are retired and you're not looking to go back to work full time, then whatever you have between Social Security income or pension income or retirement portfolio income is all you got. Protect it. I'm not going to give you crazy ideas on how to save money. I'm just going to tell you some of the things that we do to try to save a little bit of money. But I will share with you what I think are important trends in the advisory business that you need to be aware of if you're going to hire a financial advisor. And then I want you to have a great relationship where that person takes special care of you. But then again, I've always said this, and I'm going to say it again. Nobody cares more about your money than you do. Well, I'm not sure you enjoyed it. I'm not even sure you stuck around this long. But if you did, do me a favor and hit the like button. I think that would be kind of cool. You want to leave me a comment and just, thumbs up, thumbs down. Tell me whatever it is that's on your mind. If in fact you want to tell me some things that you think I should cover, being, using my experience in the financial services business, do that. I'd love it. But other than that, I want you to enjoy the rest of the day. And until again, this is Popsy Guy signing off.